Cold outreach is dead. If in 2025 you're still doing cold outreach, honestly, what are you even doing? I don't know why you're bothering doing that. Now, if you're a business owner, freelance, coach, whatever it might be, and you're still doing cold outreach to get new clients, I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not really going to give you the results that you want to achieve in 2025 and so on. Now, we actually built a business in which just last month we made $20,000, and all of this without ever sending a single message, without ever sending a single cold DM, no cold emails, no cold calls, none of that stuff. We literally don't do outreach because there is one single method, one single thing that's 100 times better than doing cold outreach, and like it's not even a competition, okay? It's not even on the same plane of reality. Now, what is this thing? Okay, this thing is allowing us to constantly get hot leads, not even warm, hot leads, people that are ready to purchase, people that come to us and they are like, I want to pay you, teach me whatever, like sell me something. I want to pay you for your services now. And what is exactly this thing? Little hint, okay? You're inside of it right now. Exactly, I'm talking about content, okay? Content is the way in 2025. Now, to prove the point of what I'm saying, a little bit of context, we built an audience of more than 400,000 followers on Instagram. We built our personal brand, which is called Create Content Club. You can also search it up on Instagram. And thanks to that, we were able to build our dream business in which we never have to worry about where to find a new client, because we literally have people coming to us all the time, literally wanted to pay us money to teach them our specific skill, and in our case, what we do, which is a coaching service. So, with that being said, a little bit more of context. When we first started this business, and this is just for you to understand the power of what I'm about to teach you and why you should even consider content in the first place. When we first started our business, we had no clue what we were doing, to be completely honest, okay? Completely honest and completely open about this. We had literally no clue of what we were even doing. And still, in the first month that we launched our business, we were able to make our first $5,000 per month online. Now, I know that's not like huge amounts of money, but mind that at that time we were just selling a $27 product, and again, our marketing skills were literally less than zero. If you looked at our landing pages, you would probably put your hands in your hair and think like, what the hell were you even thinking when you created this? And still we were able to make that kind of money because of how we were reaching the customers, which is content. And content is by far the most powerful way and the most powerful method that you can use to get new clients in 2025. Now again, this was what allowed us to hit our first 6 figures in business with pretty much no previous experience in just our first year alone, and allowed us again also to build an audience of 400,000 people that are literally interested in what we do and want to learn from us. Now, with that being said, because of that, I want to use this video to tell you exactly the 3 main reasons why you should actually start creating content and why content is a way better alternative than cold outreach, okay? So if you're tired of sending out cold emails or cold DMs on Instagram or even cold calling people and getting the same answers over and over again of people being like, I'm not interested, like stop even bothering me, or even worse, not even getting any replies, then this video is for you and I'll get straight to it. Now, the reason number 1, and this is probably the most important one, is called market sophistication. Now, if you don't know what the term means, it simply means that in any market that exists, customers become more and more aware of things, and because of that, they become more sophisticated, let's say. And so I will give you a fairly simple analogy if you're in the world of business that you'll probably understand what I mean way better. Now, do you have in mind Tai Lopez, okay? The guy, the classic guru of the, oh, I have my Lambo here in my garage.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. Fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills.
And here's how you can get yours too by simply buying my course or whatever it is. Okay, awesome. Now, that guy literally made millions thanks to that. And right now, if you try to do the same thing, it will probably not work. You will probably immediately get labeled as a guru, as trying to scam people or whatever it might be. So they will literally, like, people will literally be like, what the fuck? Like, if you did the same exact thing that Ty did a bunch of years ago, in which he was literally just like with his phone shooting an ad and being like, oh, I'm here in my garage with my Lambo, and like, if you want to learn how I managed to get enough money to buy this kind of thing, then just buy my course and whatever. Like, if you do it now, that will never work. You will never pull it off. And the reason is just because the market got more sophisticated. Like, as more and more people try to use that tactic of like showing just stuff that makes you look rich, and because of that selling your products. Now, here I'm not talking about Thai specifically. So with this out of the way, I just want to prove a point and to make you understand a concept, which is this idea of market sophistication. Now, the same exact thing goes for cold outreach. As more and more people started doing this, especially for example on Instagram, which is now kind of like the go-to for everyone, in which you're like just outreaching to people in DMs and you know, sending that first message of being like, oh, I saw you do this and that, and like showing a little bit of interest, like the same exact tactics that everyone use. People get more and more skeptical. And so the basic stuff like that doesn't work anymore. Okay, now that's kind of the first thing that I want you to understand. And the reason why I would literally never even think about doing cold outreach if I wanted to grow my business now in 2025. Now, the second reason, and this is also for all the logical people that like to crunch numbers like I do, it's, again, simple numbers, okay? Think of this. How many people are you going to reach out to in a single day? Be realistic, okay? Let's say 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, okay? Let's say 1,000. Let's say you're insane. Let's say you spend literally like 16 hours just like messaging people or sending cold emails like non-stop, and you somehow manage, which I don't think is physically possible, but you somehow manage to reach out to 1,000 people, okay? Do you know how many people we reached in the last month? And this was not our biggest month for context, but just last month, with our account, with our personal brand, we reached 6 million people, okay? 6 million different people. Now, to give you quick math, that divided throughout the number of days that are in a month, it's about 200,000 people in a single day, okay? Like, think about that for a second. 200,000 people in a single day. Do you think it will ever be humanly possible to reach that kind of people with cold outreach? I think the answer is pretty obvious, and I will let you get to your own conclusion. But the reason why I'm saying this is one of the key and most important reasons why I truly believe that cold outreach is not really the way to go, simply. And it's that it doesn't really have leverage. Like, you're literally trading your time for this, and it's like there's no way of really getting it to scale as a method to get new clients, okay? Whereas with content, let me tell you this because now I also want to say this out loud for all the people in the back who still, even like if they watched other of our videos, don't believe this. Making content is not that hard, okay? And we talked about this in a lot of our other videos. If someone comes to us and they ask us, what is your number one secret? Like, how did you grow an audience of 400,000 followers on Instagram? It's like, we post every single day. That's the secret. But no one does it, okay? So what I'm telling you is like, if you right now, like, you're doing cold outreach every single day, or pretty much like close to every single day, it's like if you took that same exact time and you used it to create content, I promise you will get results, because no one does it. Like, the barrier of entry, it's extremely low. And I promise you that like it will get harder throughout time because of that market sophistication, because people will get used to, like, let's say the basic content. But truth is, right now you can still pull it off even with relatively basic content. And all you need is to actually be consistent with it. But if you do, you can reach those kind of results. Like, now I'm telling you 200,000 people per day, because last month, for example, we reached those 6 million people. But we reached upwards of 13 million people in one single month. Okay, 30 million people. Like, again, for context, like, we're no special. We're just like me and Brian, like us two managing this personal brand. We're just two guys that started this from a room in our house with like worst setup you can possibly imagine. So it's like, you can do it too. Now, I will get to the third reason. And this is for those of you who are still maybe not 100% convinced, that you're like, oh, well, I do cold outreach, but it kind of works, you know, like sometimes I actually get results and it's like fine, because of course, like it can also work. Like my point is being more like, first of all, it's getting more and more difficult. And second, that it's not really something scalable that you will want to do in the long term, probably. But even with that out there, and with that being said, let's say that you still want to keep on doing cold outreach, okay? I will give you the perspective of someone that receives hundreds of messages every single day. We receive emails, we receive DMs on Instagram every single day of people that want to pitch us their services or products or whatever it might be, okay? Do you know what's the number one thing that makes us even consider replying to those messages? If those people post content and have a personal brand. You know why? Because then I can see, first of all, that you're a real person, okay? Because I'm sorry to break it to you, but your profile that you're reaching out to people with on Instagram or whatever it might be, that has 100 followers, no profile picture, no posts, completely anonymous, like, bro, I'm not really going to even reply. Like, I'm not even gonna bother replying to you in that case. Now, with that being said, again, the people that have a personal brand and that I open up their profile and I'm like, I scroll through a little bit of their content, because like the first thing is like you have to get my attention. And so it's like I open up your message, I see at least you have a profile picture, you're a real person, and I open it up and it's like, oh, this guy has a personal brand, he posts content. And so I just go through even just 2 or 3 of your videos that you uploaded. Then I will be like, I see how that person can provide value to me. And so at this point, I will actually consider having a conversation with you. And so I'm telling you this from the point of view of someone that gets hundreds of messages, again, even emails per day, every single day, because we have such a huge presence online, which by the way, it's also really cool if you want to hire people, because you just literally like put out an Instagram story and boom, you find like your dream talent to build your team. But that's besides the point, that's for another video. So what I'm trying to get you to understand is, even if you want to keep on using cold outreach, having a personal brand makes you stand out. Okay, that's the keyword, stand out. Because again, no one else is doing it. The barrier of entry is still incredibly low. But creating content and building your personal brand is really incredibly powerful. Not only because of the numbers, okay, as I said, not only because of market sophistication and because of cold outreach is really working less and less, because ultimately people get more skeptical. Again, like we get reached out every single day. Like we got to a point in which, again, if I see someone and they don't really have a personal brand in place and I can see their content, I can see in some way that they are providing value and I can see them potentially providing value to me too, I will not even consider them, to be completely honest, okay? Because it's just like, I don't have the physical time to reply. And the same goes for all the people that you're reaching out to, okay? So with that being said, if you want to learn how to do all of this, you can actually just like go through our channel. In 2024, we reached these 400,000 followers. Now in 2025, we are going all in on YouTube and sharing everything that we learned in the process. We'll share all the lessons that allowed us to grow such a huge personal brand. So you can literally like just study for free from all the content that we will put out here on the channel. So again, like make sure to subscribe and to turn on the notifications so you'll never miss a video that we put out. With that being said, if you want to shortcut this, okay, so if you want to just get the results as fast as possible, we also do have a coaching program in which you will be able to work directly with us to grow your own successful personal brand. So again, if you're interested, click the link below, book a call with us, and let's see if we can help you in any way. And with that being said, we'll see you in the next video.